your boy Supreme Uchiha the God, and today I want to talk about Choujin X, man. Choujin X is a really good manga. 24 chapters in right now, and I can't recommend it more. You know what I'm saying? After I read chapter one, I was really intrigued. After chapter two, I was actually almost put off. I was surprised, like, what the fuck is happening? Tractors and fucking people flying. I was like, I thought the physics and shit was, what's going on? So I'm gonna give like a brief synopsis of it and why you should read it. I'll do my best to not spoil anything. But basically, you have two best friends who grew up together. One follows the other. You know the way you got the leader archetype and then you got the follower archetype. The leader, the guy who's the leader, is like strong. He fights against bully, but he looks like a nerd. Like he's strong. He's very capable. Like super capable. And then his friend seems very incompetent and very uncertain, very unsure of themselves. They're not great at making decisions. They're very like, I'll just do what you do type shit. And you kind of see that relationship, and they both decide to make a decision that changes their lives, right? And basically our protagonist becomes what is known as like a Choujin, right? And a Choujin is like somebody with abilities, but they seem to be get injected their abilities. And we're not sure about the origins and other details like that. But basically the story is, it's loosely about the two friends, but more so about the kid that was a follower trying to discover themselves and find their own will, their own hopes and dreams, and their own realizing what they want to achieve, etc. And then the tractor, you gonna figure out about the tractor. Basically it's a girl that also ends up in a situation that kind of connects her to our protagonist, who's the boy that wants to find his own dream and goals and all that shit. And then obviously then the protagonist's best friend, who is super capable. It's kind of, I think the story is basically about how these three people, I don't know, I suppose how they're going to impact the world, or how something else or somebody else is going to impact the world. So that's the thing about it. It's kind of left on the open, and it's really good, man. It's so good. Like the powers and abilities are really weird. They're based on like what you think of, what you deem and demand in your head, in your mind. It's almost like the crazier you are, or the deeper your passion for something is, the almost the stronger you are. And then there's this like superhero guy that just seems different. You know what I'm saying? There's so many little things, so many different things happening, so many different characters, and so many nice like stories happening around the world. It's really intriguing. I think the world building, it's 24 chapters deep, but like you feel, I don't know, the world feels very lived in. It feels very intriguing. It feels very interesting. You get these really intriguing characters, villains and everything, like everybody, the philosophies behind people, and just the way things happen, the pacing, it's just really good. Something I would definitely highly recommend. The powers are so interesting. You already know, it's I think it's actually like I don't know if you guys were reading Ayoshima. I think it's actually kind of a better version of Ayoshima. They're different completely, but they have similarities in how kind of different and unique their abilities are and stuff. But I think the story is written a bit clearer, and it's a bit less clunky. And I liked Ayoshima. I really did. But I don't know, there was something missing, right? I think it was hard to emotionally connect to anybody really that deeply. You had cool characters, but I don't know, it felt a bit weak, right? But I feel like these characters have really strong motivations and traumas and really strong ideologies, and you can really feel them. You know what I'm saying? When they make a decision, when they say stuff, when they take action, you feel it. You know what I'm saying? Because you understand where it's coming from deeply. And I think that's what differentiates good writing to great writing. A great writer will make you feel like the character. You'd feel the emotions they feel, or at the very least understand it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why, you know, if you look at stuff like early Game of Thrones was so spectacular, because you really felt it. Like, you know, you were shocked as everybody else were in the show. Like, and that's dope. That's what you want a character, a show, or comic, a manga, whatever, to drag you into its world and to make you feel a part of it. But I'm really enjoying Choujin X right now. I have to recommend it highly. The panels are very interesting. The art style is very interesting. The volume covers, or the covers in general, are fantastic. Excuse me. Oh. Such a good webtoon or manga. I read so much webtoons, I'm calling everything webtoons, but it's so good. Check it out. It's basically focused on 3 characters. And it's fantastic. It's fantastic. There's some really good twists and turns. There's some things that just, ooh, like, you know what I'm saying? They build things up nicely. They don't just give you everything on a silver platter at the start. They kind of give you inklings of it. You know what I'm saying? Also, what's to take note in, and not everybody can become a Choujin. You kind of have to have something in your mind, in your brain, in the way you live, in the way you think, in order to be able to activate those abilities. Some people, I think, are born with them, but I think a lot of people are not also. So it's like a mixed bag. I think they're trying to figure out as well where people are getting these injections that turns them into Choujins and stuff like that. So it's really good. Definitely check it out. Our protagonist, it grows, you know what I'm saying? Not stupidly fast, but they grow, you know, rapidly. Yeah. I suppose it's almost like I don't know. I don't want to give away too much. Check it out. It's been a boy Supreme Uchiha the God. I'm out.